Hello, hello, hello. We are on day 18. I hope y'all are enjoying your lovely Sunday. It's Sunday. Oh, today is a good day. It's a great day. When we speak our truth, and when we finally get to a point where we've done the work and we know what our truth is, and we finally get that courage, that bravery, that strength to speak it, to let it be known, especially if you're doing it to help others, to let others know that they're not alone, to let them know that, hey, these are the things that I have figured out and found that work. Hey, I'm working on creating a roadmap so that you can get through it easier, with less stress, with less pain. Do it. Because when you do it, great things come in. I have gotten to a point where I will not ask certain people for help, and I won't ask for help anymore. Because what I'm learning, what I am figuring out, is that when you just put it out there and you speak it, the help that you know and feel that you need will come to you. You don't have to reach out anymore. It just comes to you. It just comes to you. And with that will come backlash as well. Like, you have to be able to see the whole picture. You have to be able to see both sides, the good, the bad, the positive, the negative. You have to be able to look at both, weigh out everything. Because when you speak your truth, people will expose themselves. You will find out who is for you and who is not for you. Paying attention at the beginning to those little bitty details will save you from having to go to the big, full blown out sessions. Remember, they don't have to understand you. They don't have to understand your purpose. They don't have to understand the path and journey that you are meant to walk and go down. Because they're not meant to go with you. There are certain people that when you go on a new journey or a new path or a new chapter, they are not allowed to go. They have to stay in that old chapter. Because remember, we're not trying to find the better version of ourselves. We're finding who we truly are at the core. We are figuring out who we are and who we are not. And when we find out who we are not, we let that go. We let that go. We stay true to ourselves. And if that makes people angry and upset, they are telling you, they are showing you, they're not for you. They're not for you. They're not for you, my dear. And I know that it is going to hurt. It is going to suck having to let them. And when I say let them do whatever it is that they are doing. Let them say whatever. They will dig their own hole. They will live their life. However, that's not for you. That's not your job. It's not your responsibility. That's not on you. If you are doing what you know is right for you, let them. Let them. Just know that they can't come with you. They have no access to you now. That it's not for you, sweetheart. It is not for you. You have a purpose. You are meant for other things. If they are not there if they don't understand, if they're not supporting you, if they are not safe for you, let them go. Let them. And move forward with yourself. You don't need them. I know you're going to think that you do. I know that you're not going to want to let them go. You're not going to want to. But sometimes what we need is more important than what we want. Getting our wants met are nice, yes. But is it truly a want? Is it something that we need? Because if it's not what we need, why would we want it? If it's not something that's going to fulfill you from the inside out, why would you want it? That's what we need. We need to fill our own cup so that when we are giving to other people and we are interacting in certain places and times, that it's overflowing from us. We're not depleting and pouring. We are not pouring no more. Don't pour. It needs to overflow. Fill yourself. Fill your cup. Open that heart space. Work with that heart space. Be brutally honest with yourself. Admit when you've done something wrong. Admit when you could have done something better. This is what I mean by going back. You don't have to bring up the past, especially if you've already grown and fixed it and corrected. But when you're still having trouble letting go of something or someone, take a step back. Go through the situation one more time. Go through it a second time. Make sure and double check. Okay, did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? Did I stay in my kindness? Did I use my words intentionally? Was I hearing to understand, or was I hearing to respond? There's a difference. You always want to listen and hear to understand, not to respond. You want to understand, then respond. Because sometimes you don't even need a response. Sometimes it's not even that important. Sit back, be quiet, pay attention. Because that's when you find out those little bitty things that added up to this big thing. Well, now you know what not to do again. And now you know what to do again. Double checking ourselves and making sure that we are present on purpose and we are intentional is what helps us get forward, or what helps us get better to move forward. I totally skipped my words on that one. And this is literally because I have done it myself. There have been times where I allowed everything to get me into such a state, and I was in the moment. So I responded a certain way. Absolutely. And after a certain point, I should have known better. I should have known better. And when you get to a spot where you realize that you should have done better, but you didn't realize, give yourself patience and grace and love. Because when you don't know, you don't know. Now, when you do know, don't gaslight yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't dismiss or deny yourself. Own it. Own it. It does not make you a bad person. It doesn't make you unlovable or unworthy. It makes you even more so because you're owning it. And when you own it, you can start to do better. You can start to do the things and say the things and think the things to get better. Because what happens up here, the body will follow out. So what you think about yourself, what you think of others, what you think and say out loud, your brain believes. So your body follows suit. So are you being true to yourself? Are you being kind to yourself? Are you loving yourself? Because you should. You should. Now, there will be moments in time where you have to be stern. You have to be firm. Don't let it get so far to where the anger that you feel stays anger instead of getting to the true emotion behind the anger. Don't let it consume you. You are not your anger. You are not your rage. Did you deserve to be put in those situations? No. Did you deserve to put yourself in those situations? No. Forgive yourself. love yourself to help yourself get better and to do better. Because that's all we're doing. We are trying to do better today so that we can do better tomorrow. We are practicing today for a better tomorrow. So it starts today. It starts now. Let today be your day one, not your one day. Because let me tell you, even though it is frustrating, even though it sometimes gets stressful and it gets painful, it's worth it, because we have to feel to heal. If you deny yourself the ability to feel your true emotions, you won't heal those pieces. You can't just let it go. No, feel that emotion, then let it go. And don't hold on to it. Don't let it become who you are, because it's not who you are. It's what happened to you, and this was your reaction. But we have to make sure that we are being mindful and intentional in those situations. So give yourself more grace, give yourself more love, and give yourself more forgiveness. You deserve it. You're worth it. You are enough. Prove it to yourself. Prove it to yourself that you are worth it, that you're enough. Don't let anybody else tell you any different. Yeah, you may have made a mistake. Yeah, you may have messed up. Yeah, you may have let your emotions get the best of you. Okay? Are you owning it? Are you apologizing? Are you making actions to fix it, correct it, make it better? That's where the difference lies. Because you can apologize. You can apologize all day long. You can apologize all day long. But do you have actions to follow it? The only way an apology is accurate is when you give some kind of action to look for, so that the other person can look for it, or yourself can look for it, depending on who you're dealing with. It can be yourself or someone else. Yeah. I was like, wait, I've lost it. I lost it. Ah! I need to trim my nails. They're getting too long. Yes. You have to have action steps. You have to. You can't just be like, oh, well, I'm sorry. Okay. What are you sorry for? I'm sorry for what? Like, you can't just tell someone, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, what are you sorry for? Because I'm not going to forgive you or accept your apology if all you're saying is, I'm sorry. Like, what are you sorry for? And how will I know that you mean what you say? Like, does that make sense? In order for your words to have meaning, you have to have action that follows. Don't give out empty words. Don't give out empty promises. If you're one of those people that feel like your word means everything, or you're true to your word, are you really? Like, are you really? Because if you are, cool beans, keep it up. But if you're not, pay attention. Pay attention to yourself. Make sure that that's what you're doing. Make sure that that's what the other person is doing for you. That's how we communicate better. That's great communication. Because you can't be forgiven if you don't change the behavior, if you don't change the way that you speak. Sorry, I just heard my voice and threw me back. I'm clearing out my throat chakra and unmasking my voice and my jaw. So my voice is going to be sounding different. And sometimes I can hear it and sometimes I can't. And when I do, it's weird. Blech. Gross. We are all here healing together. We are all here healing together. So if you know that you're healing and you're trying to do your damnedest to do better and be better, give yourself more grace. You got this. We're releasing and we're being better and we're going back to our true, authentic selves to the core. To the core. You got this. I love you. We got this. Woo! So proud of you. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. See ya!